So I've shown you guys my iced version of this, but this is my home version of my coconut latte. So I use this espresso mix to just add a little bit of hot water and make myself essentially a shot of espresso. I usually use about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of this, depending on how much I want. So then I also get some coconut milk and I heat it up in the microwave in a jug. And when it's ready, ta-da! Okay, I didn't actually use a jug today. Usually I use a jug and then I pour it on top of my espresso, but because I wasn't going anywhere this morning, or not immediately anyway, I just did it straight in the cup. And then I added my espresso mix to it. Now this, for some reason, it doesn't work as well at home when you do this. So if you're gonna try this, I definitely recommend heating your milk separately and pouring it over the espresso. It seems to separate slightly less and look a bit more attractive. Morning guys, sorry about the state of me. Not wearing any makeup because it's raining. I can't be bothered, quite frankly. Today is a Saturday and I'm just in my new town of Dursley and I'm walking to meet my mum, and then we're going to head into the town centre because today is the farmers market. It's on the second Saturday of every month and I don't know if it's any good or not, but we'll soon find out, so I'll show you some more in a bit. Sorry about my face. But then I will show you what I eat in a day today, and oh, it's raining a lot, and we'll go from there. Okay, bye. So I was a bit funny about not wearing makeup, but it turns out that was the right decision because the wind is just blowing in my face. So I don't wear a lot anyway, but yeah, mascara would have been all over me. So there we go. Like I said, I'm just walking to meet my mum. She lives in a little village, about a 45-minute walk away, or 10-minute drive. So we're meeting halfway, walk back down by me to the farmer's market, have a look in there, and then go from there. I think I see my mum. I'll show you. There she is. My little mum. So then we wandered down into Dursley and we went down the pedestrian high street and there's the town hall in front of us. Now the town hall is elevated and the farmer's market's underneath it, but it turned out it's very, very tiny and there's no fresh fruit and vegetables. So that's what I was really looking forward to. So we didn't really spend any time looking at anything because there wasn't nothing for me really. There was some meats and cheeses and some jams, but obviously I'm vegan and the jams aren't really Slimming World friendly, so there we go. We then went to our favourite coffee shop, which is called Bell's Kitchen in Dursley, and it's this really cute little tea room. They also do afternoon teas and they carry a range of vegan milks. They can adapt their menu for vegans, but they don't really have anything specifically. Dursley is not really a particularly vegan friendly town. Anyway, so I had I think I had an almond latte and Mum has her herbal tea. Later on I walked home. This is the new Dursley Library. It's very modern, a bit controversial because the rest of Dursley is quite traditional. And as you can see, we're kind of in the bowl of the hill. This is heading up towards my road. And yeah, it wasn't a particularly nice day, unfortunately. But you can see the trees all around. I just love it so much. Apparently we get no sun in my road from November through to February, which should be fun. I'm home. It's very windy now and starting to rain again. So yeah, I look a total mess, but hey, Saturday in my life. So it's time to prep some lunch because I'm starving. I just preheated my oven to about 180. And then I took some random veg, which was a courgette, corn on the cob, and some chestnut mushrooms. I just chopped all of these up, popped them in a baking tray, or a roasting dish if you prefer. And then I had this onion, and I'm going to use a couple of cloves of smoked garlic. This is a garlic that my Polish colleague smoked for me, and it is delicious. So I chopped those up, sprinkled them over the veggies, and that will make it taste good when it's all roasting. So then I took my Tesco olive oil spray, and you can have 5 sprays for half a sin on this one, so that's really, really good. So I did, I think, 10. Yeah, I usually do 10. I find 5 doesn't really go that far, but 10 is brilliant, so yeah. So then I took my trusty Maldon smoked sea salt, highly recommend, guys, and I just did a generous pinch of that, sprinkled it over the top, and again, just all adds flavour. I do like a smoky flavour. But then I popped all this on the top shelf of the oven. It shouldn't take too long to cook because I've chopped everything quite small. Corn on the cob you can eat raw anyway, so it doesn't matter, it just needs to be warm. And then we've got my cabinet. Now, this will change in a future video actually, guys, and ignore those glass jars. There's still a lot of sorting out to do in this cabinet, so yeah, stay tuned for a refinement. In fact, I think by the time this video comes out, you will have seen my latest picture of this cabinet. But yeah, anyway, this is all my different grains and stuff. I have reduced this collection since then, so whatever I was going to talk about, I'm not. Anyway, the point is I needed to use up this little bit of white rice that I'd had free with something, and so I mixed it with some red rice. I really like red rice. It's kind of toothsome. It's a bit like brown rice, but red. I mean, you know, anything with colour has lots of nutrients, or at least that's what I figure. I don't know, I'm not a nutritionist, but anyway. Always pop in a stock cube with your grains if you want them to taste good. It's a bonus. And look, guys, my spice drawer. Don't be jealous. Yeah, I love my spice drawer. It's all alphabetical. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I'm trying to use up these dried herbs, so there's some pots in there that I don't really want anymore, so I'm trying to make sure I use them. So I've got some Italian seeds in there. I've got various other little bits and bobs like the Schwartz ones, but basically I think that was garlic Italian, that one. But yeah, I'm going to use this one because it went out of date and needs using, and I don't like wasting stuff, so I just chucked in what transpired to be a very small amount of mixed herbs. So yeah, just rice with stock cube mixed herbs. Pop the hob on. It's been fun getting used to a non-gas hob because of course it doesn't react as quickly, so there's been quite a lot of burnt things, but that's fine, you know, I'm learning, it's all good. Yeah, and then always put your extractor on. I'm getting a bit anal about the extractor. I do like that mine folds away. And look how suddenly nice the weather has gone. I mean, it's windy, but sunny again. So then, yeah, this is why you put the extractor on. Look how much steam is coming from that. But yeah, so I always do this. I always crank the lid and then I pop the temperature down. Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me okay over the sound of the extractor. I had to leave it on because that rice is going mad. But basically, while we're waiting for food, I am starving hungry, so to distract myself, I'm going to just quickly show you around my new house and a quick kitchen tour. Okay, this is my new living room. It's not completely done yet. It's quite a big room. There's my bed. And yeah, it's a really nice big room. It's a living room, dining room, really. Got a nice fireplace, got some nice moving in cards. It's just really spacious. Got a new TV unit, which I really like. I haven't sorted out my DVD because it turns out it's too wide for it, so that's annoying. I haven't unpacked. This is a couple of decorative candles, but also like all my spare one, you know, like tea lights and all that to get through, so that's cool. This is my aloe plant that my friend got me for moving in, and these two are what the landlord got me as a little moving in present, which was really sweet. So they're really cute. So they live on this little windowsill, and you can see my drive outside with my car in it and the lovely field that's right by my house and my lovely flowers. I mean, you know, I can't take credit for them, they're not mine, but there we go. And there's my garage as well. Oh, and this picture, I don't know if you ever saw it in my old house, but my sister painted this for me, and based off a picture I gave her. And if you guys follow me on my personal Facebook, I did have it as my background picture for quite a long time, so you may have seen it on there. And I love it, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with killer whales and anything like that. So that's Z, I brought him back from South Africa. He's my buddy. My bird's going mad because I'm talking Delta. This is like my messy area, which I do need to refine, but I got myself this nest of tables that matches my other new furniture. I've got my Slimming World diary that I use. This is by Fabulous Planning. I've talked about them before, but I've got a 10% discount code if you'd like to use a diary by Fabulous Planning, and the code I think is YT10, and they do amazing like stickers, diaries, loads of good stuff that will help support you on your Slimming World journey. So yes, obviously I've got like, this is the one that I use normally, and obviously I tend to sit here, but ideally I would have that stacked up and then just have this one as with stuff on. So this one I keep like spare coasters, I've got some pens and little notepads, I've got a little cross stitch that I do sometimes, a random candle. This has got my makeup remover stuff in it because I tend to take off my makeup while I watch TV on an evening, and of course a box of tissues, and I keep my lip balm in there. This is the lip balm I use. It's vegan, it's from Superdrug. I've started getting a lot of my toiletries from Superdrug because A, they're cheap, and B, they're vegan, so I'm happy with that. And that's really it. These little coasters I actually made. They are made of Cotswold stone, and obviously the coasters are pre-formed, but I did this brilliant little workshop. I've done 2 of them actually, where you make stuff, and these are actually made of serviettes. I forget the name of the print, but it's quite a famous print. They do animals, and yes, I made this set of 4 coasters in my workshop. Let me show you the other 2 because they're really cute. Look, aren't they lovely? So yeah, I love those, they're my favourite. But yeah, so that's my room. I'm not going to get a rug because I like the floor, to be honest, and also when I had a rug in my old house, I found that that was really a pain in the bum to like hoover around. As I said, I've got this nice fireplace, and this is, I need to sort this out because this isn't how it's staying, but this is my little light thing that I got for my birthday this year. How cute's that? So that will probably have like, maybe centre stage there, I'm not too sure yet, but I love this. So let's pop that off and we'll continue. This is just a box of charity stuff that as I've been going through my stuff, I'm getting rid of. So I'm just going to fill up that box and then it'll go to charity when it's full. Some wrapping paper I bought today. I really like the craft paper style of stuff. I bought this in Dursley, but look how cute they are. Got my DVDs back here, obviously Delta. I haven't unpacked her box. That's stuff for this unit, so I need to do that. This one my sister also painted. It's the Northern Lights, so Aurora Borealis, as opposed to Australis, which is southern. And she actually painted this because she entered the Landscape Artist of the Year TV programme, but she didn't get in, bless her, but she's obviously good at painting. So, but yeah, obviously it's got the little village lights and stuff. This isn't going to live here. I think I'm going to put it over on that wall there, because there's the hole there. So I'll just show you out the front, because I don't use the front door to come in, but I do have, oh, I've got post. And this is my hall, and then off the front hall, there's a little bathroom, which I need to get a mirror for. And then my sister's moving in present to me was this lush little glass seahorse, and that's handmade by a lady, I think in Cirencester, which is obviously from here, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, so yeah. And then in the kitchen, which, sorry about the noise, I've still got post-its on some cabinets because I kept forgetting where everything was. So my mum said I looked like an Alzheimer's patient because I put post-its everywhere, but you know what, it helped me. So yeah, I've got, obviously I showed you my dry goods cabinet already. I'm going to turn the extractor off because it's too noisy. And also add some more water to my rice. Right, I've just added some more water and I've turned it down to 4. It's taking me some getting used to this new hob because I was on gas before, but that's absolutely fine. This is a jar that my friend forgot to take yesterday. And these drinks, I don't know if you guys have tried these, a hint of. These are fizzy water, but there are no sweeteners in them. So they're really, really good. And they're vegan and literally spring water and the fruity flavour. No anything in them. So I think they're quite good if you want a little free drink, so that's good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to show you the kitchen, but basically this is it. This is my mug cupboard over here. Oh, and I've got my spaghetti and a bottle, and then, oh, and because I don't drink anymore, I found these little seed lip pretend gins, and Holland and Barrett had them. They're meant to be £3 each, but they were reduced to £1 each, so I got one of each to try, so they're up there for the moment. That's my lovely wine glass my mum got me. It's just some pads I haven't sorted out yet. I love a bit of stationery. This is my crockery and glasses cupboard. It's absolutely enormous, but this is why I got rid of some stuff. I've still got too many cups. I mean, one person does not need this many cups, but I've got to the point where I've culled as many as I can, and I don't want to get rid of any more because they all have like memories attached. So yeah, that's that. I'll just show you guys my tea drawer as well. Look, I'm obsessed with tea. I've got my coffees in there as well, but yeah, I love my tea and coffee. I've got my pucker lattes there as well. So yeah, I never short of a cup of tea. And then, oh, this is my Tupperware cabinet. You guys know I love my food storage, so I've got all my jars and glass pots, and all my plastic stuff is on the top. I've definitely got more glass than plastic, but the plastic stuff comes in handy sometimes, like my soup pots I always use. I think they're great. This is like a little spice pull-out thing, but my spices don't fit in there, so I've just used it for oils and things like that. That's meant for wine bottles, but also I don't have any, so I've just got random stuff in there. My spice drawer, I think I showed you that just now. My friend went on a holiday to Sorrento and did a tour of this olive oil farm, and she brought me back these 2 oils because I looked after animals for her. So I've got this lovely garlic one. They only make extra virgin olive oil there apparently, so that's a garlic one. This one is a basil one, which, yum. Literally my 2 favourite types of oil, so she did good. She wrote back this leaflet to have a look at it as well, so that's quite interesting. I'll look at that later. Yeah, there's not really a lot to say. I've got a little dishwasher, which is quite nice. Oh, this cupboard's cool. Excuse the mess, but dun dun dun. How good's that? So I've got like, that's all spare packets that I haven't opened yet. That's like tins. That's random stuff. I've got all my choc shots there, a couple of hot chocolate things at the back, and then like condiments and seasonings and my garlic. And then this one's got like spreads, sauces, fry light, and stock. So that's all good. And peanut butter and tahini. This is all, again, spare stuff. So I've got all my spare purple tea bags because I get through loads of them and you can't buy them anywhere. So whenever I see them, I buy loads. And then there's like all my cold tea bags because I don't really use them much, but I do like to have them. And then like there's loads, you can't really see, but there's like 10 things of almond milk in there because I buy it on offer and I just buy loads because it's long life. Ignore my chocolate digestives. They are a one-off treat every now and then. I think they're like 5 cents each. They're quite a lot. 4.5 cents each, 88 calories. So they are a treat, but I like to keep them in case people come over. And then also, I don't know if you guys have tried these Neat Eat Natural bars, Simply Vegan ones, but they are yum. So I thoroughly recommend them, but be aware they are 11 cents each, but they are so worth that 11 cents because they are really filling and really tasty and really treaty. So yeah. Yeah, and then like, I'll just show you, I've got all my like gadgets up there. My blender and my blender stuff, and my electric grater and my spiralizer, and then down this one I've got stuff I don't use so often in the top part, but I've got my hand blender there, and then my rice cooker and my slow cooker as well. It's a really nice big cupboard. I've got so much room here. This one's all like my big stuff. Those little kebab skewers are there for a future video, and then obviously like crockery and stuff. I don't really need to show you all my drawers. I mean, that's all the exciting ones. Oh, and I've got this little like boot room, I call it, at the end of the kitchen. It's obviously like a little extension, but basically, look at my gorgeous garden. Isn't it lovely? You can't really see it actually. But you can see my flowers kind of on my bird table. So I've got loads of bird seed. I bought it in bulk. And then fat balls, which obviously fat balls are not vegan, but the birds need them. So yeah, I have to buy those. And then obviously that's like the rest of more of my garden. And then I just keep all my shoes there, which I did a big cull of shoes before I came here, but I still feel like I've got too many, you know. Although I think I do wear all these, except for the heels on the bottom right, but I love them so much I can't bring myself to get rid. So yeah, that's that. So my rucksack's on the floor from where I came in just now. I do also have, I'll show you the bedrooms and stuff in a minute, but I think my food's ready. I do also have this extra room, which is where my gerbils are at the moment. Excuse the mess in here, but basically, there's the gerbils. It's the front of the house. I keep my suitcases out here. Those crutches, yes, I need to return them to the NHS. And then I've just got like some rubbish down here. That's my wine rack. I don't think it's going to stay there forever, but I need to clean it up because it's a bit cobwebby. This is all stuff to go out in the garage. This is my bulk. This is all my bird seed and things for the wild birds, because there are so many birds, it's wicked. And that's stuff to return to a guy in work from when I moved. But yeah, this is like a whole, I can't quite show you how big this extra room is. It's like a hallway, but a room. It's odd. It's obviously an addition, but I love it. You know, can't go wrong. So I think food's ready. So let's go get some food. The rice is still very slightly al dente, but it is definitely nearly there. So I've just put a tiny bit more water in, put the lid on, put it down to 3, and hopefully that should be done soon. And then the veggies, ooh, looking good. I'm going to do a clean on this oven because whilst the house is pretty much immaculate, the oven was not quite to my standards when I moved in, so I'm going to be sorting that at some point. I actually live in a bungalow now, so I'm the youngest person on my street, which is cool. All the oldies are really nice, so fine by me, and it's so quiet. It's so nice. I love being in the country. And this is like my area, you know, my friends are here, my family are here, so happy I moved, guys. But I'm just going to show you the sort of upstairs section of the house. Obviously this is just actually the back of the bungalow, but yeah, I'll just briefly show you just for interest's sake. Enter through the back of the living room. I'm just charging my toothbrush there. This is the hall. Not particularly thrilling, but there's a phone on the wall. And I've got my little weight loss journey here because I figured I can't miss it when I come out my bedroom in the morning. So hopefully that'll motivate me to keep going. This is the main bathroom. That's my thing from Knossos from years ago. I love my dolphins. I mean, there's nothing groundbreaking here. Nice to have bathroom storage. I didn't have that in the old place. And I've got obviously a really nice double shower, so that's good. Nothing too exciting in there, although there is a fun feature when you put the light on, you just hold it, but then you can, it's dimmable, which is so nice. So that's a bonus. This is my bedroom. This is like my messy bit where my straighteners and my hairdryer are, but I've got that little stand for them, which is silicone. You can get that from Lakeland and I thoroughly recommend it. But yeah, this is my bedroom. I love it. It's so cozy. I never thought I'd be a wallpaper person, but I am now. This bedding doesn't go with the wallpaper as well as my other bedding with the ferns on it, but that's cool. I don't mind. Got my little units that match my other furniture. My bed doesn't match because it's really old, but that's fine. I just got a new mattress because my old one was like 15 years old, so I'm loving my new mattress. But there we go, straighten that. I can't stand an unmade bed. Yes, I can look out to my garden here. My table and chairs there and my little bird bath, but the rest is all here already. That's not my like pergola thing, that's next door. Oh, I'm stuck. But yeah, this is all mine. This is AstroTurf at the top, but then that's real grass, but I need to cut it. I cut it like a week and a half ago, and then it got really sunny, and then it just has rained all weekend, so that's not brilliant. but there we go. And then you can just see the fields again at the side of the house. So it's so nice. I'm like in a lovely house, but in the country as well. And then I've got nice built-in wardrobes. I've got my laundry basket there, but I always try and keep my bedroom as minimal as possible because I don't like loads of clutter. Unfortunately, my natural tendency is to collect loads of clutter, so I'm always trying to keep it in check, but there we go. I look an absolute mess today, I'm so sorry. And then this is the second bedroom, which is going to be the last room that I really finish off, but basically I've got my books in here. Pretty sure I've mentioned on here before that I'm a big reader. So these are all my keepy books. I didn't mention the 2 units by my bed are full of books to read. Got my board games and stuff there. This is going to be like the study, this room. I'm not using it as a second bedroom because no one ever stays with me, or like very, very rarely, so there's no point. So I need to clear this off, sort it all out. That'll be my study, like my laptop. So that's my laptop there that I keep plugged in. I've got my kettlebells on there, obviously. I've got my little filing box, and this is stuff like stationery and various other things, all my writing stuff. Haven't done that for a long time, but I need to. Got my like Christmas stuff in the blue boxes, wrapping stuff, craft box there, another crafty thing there, and in the bag that's a present for my friend's kid for later. Yeah, it's just stationery really, but I mean this is quite a good little room. And then you can see more of my garden from the other side here. Okay, not really loads of my garden. I will show you properly at some point on a nice day perhaps. But yeah, I really love it here. It's such a nice house and it's so cozy, and yeah, I just love it. So I'm really happy I'm here. Right, I've got my bowl out ready for my food, but basically my rice is now, I'm happy with that now, but I'll need to drain it slightly because I put too much water in. My veggies are all done. They're looking yum. Oh, I'm so excited, I'm so hungry. Okay, so this is how much rice there was left. I drained it, but there wasn't a lot to come off really. It's always deceptive with rice, but yeah, there was quite a lot of rice, so I'm happy with that because I'm starving. This is essentially breakfast and lunch, so I'm not too worried. Oh, how good does this look, guys? I'm so looking forward to this. But before I dig in, I haven't had a healthy bee today, and obviously there's no protein on this, so I'm gonna use some of the salad sprinkle, which is pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and pine kernels. Now, with seeds, you can have 2 tablespoons to make your healthy extra bee. But this contains pine nuts, which I didn't realise when I bought it, and it makes it calculating it really difficult. So I'm just going to use 1.5 tablespoons and call that my healthy extra bee, I think. Okay, let's move that one. Make this a bit more photogenic, you know. So basically, I've now just made this look a bit better by adding some little plum tomatoes that I forgot I had, and if I'd remembered I'd have blinking roasted them, but they're just on there cold. I quite like hot and cold things together sometimes. For some greenery I've just added some leaves, and there are some more under my corn on the cob. And then obviously I've got my seeds and everything, and then I've just added a couple of wedges of lemon, which I'll squeeze over just for a final bit of flavour. But I think this should be pretty tasty, so I'm very, very hungry. It's now like, I think 2:30, and I haven't eaten anything yet today, so I'm just gonna go stuff my face. You know, hashtag real life, let's just get real. Obviously I'm not gonna present it like this when I eat it because I want to enjoy it. So I'm just gonna squeeze my lemon over now. I'm hoping there was no pips in there because that will be upsetting, but hey ho. So let's just squeeze these over now. I think I dug the pips out. And you know what, in all honesty, this was a pretty manky lemon. Like I had to cut that minging bit out of it, but I'm still gonna squeeze the juice because waste not, want not. I think this one's got no pips in it. I love lemon juice. It's a great flavour for dishes, and obviously sin free because you only use like a little bit. It's not like orange juice where you have to sin it. Sorry, I was just picking the pips out of that one. Yeah, it's not like orange juice where you need to sin it. It's actually because it's used as more as a condiment, so it's called, see look, I had to hide that one because I dug the pips out and then realised it looked mank. Oh, I think I just saw a pip. Either that, oh no, it was a bit of seed, that's okay. But there we go. So, yeah.